Hello and welcome. So we're going to find the length of an arc. We're going to use percentages to find it. So arc length is going along the outer edge of that circle, right? And for outer edge of the circle, we have a special name for that thing. We call it the circumference. So if you know your circumference formula, that's 2 pi r. And how we find the length of an arc, I'm just going to call that L, is that you take your circumference and you multiply it by the percentage of circle that you have. So here we have a certain amount of circle. We have the 102 degrees. Now how much of that is from the entire section of circle? Okay, let me rephrase that a little bit to make a little more sense. We know that all the way around a circle is how many degrees? 360, right? All the way around is 360. And how much of the 360 do we have? 102. Right? We have 102 degrees of the entire 360, and this is your percentage of the circle. That's how much that you have there. So all we do is we say, okay, 2 pi r, and we know our radius, is 20. We're told that it's 20, so then it's 2 pi times 20 times our amount of circle we have, 102 over 360. And that's it, right? You've now found essentially your answer. You just got to simplify it down. So 2 times 20, that's 40, right? So 40 pi times 102 over 360. Now be careful, right? 40 is technically over 1. That's only going into the numerator. So 102 times 40, and that will be, what is that? 4,080, I think, over 360. Okay? And that's it. That is a little closer to your exact answer. We've now put all the numbers together, right? But we're not just looking for an exact answer, we're looking for a simplified exact answer. So then I would simplify by hand, go for it. Okay, I'm going to use a calculator. Over 360. Now you'll notice I did not include pi in the calculator, right? If you want a simplified fraction, do not include the pi. So if you look on the right side, we'll notice a box over a box. Okay, if you press it or unpress it, right, you'll notice that it goes from decimal to fraction, vice versa. But as soon as we include the pi, bam, it'll automatically reverts to a decimal and you cannot turn it into a fraction. That's because pi is an irrational number. So if you want the fraction, leave it out for now. You know it's there, don't forget about it, right? But 30 is what we're looking for. Alright, so 34 thirds. And we know pi is in the numerator, so it's going to stay in the numerator. And that is your simplified exact fraction. So 34 pi over 3, and that is your final answer. Okay, if you wanted that decimal approximation, generally third decimal place is what you want to look at, and you would actually just include the pi if you wanted the decimal. So 35.604, 71674, right? Keeps going. If we wanted the decimal, third decimal place, look to the fourth digit. That's a 7. 7 rounds up, so your final answer would be 35.605. And that would be it. Thanks for watching.